Hey, my name is Kelsey Keneally. Welcome to my channel. This is one of my first kind of blog style videos that I'm posting here to this channel. So if you're new, please subscribe for everything holistic, mama, just nutrition. I'm pregnant right now and I have a almost 3-year-old. So, all tips, tricks, hacks with health and wellness, because I'm a health and wellness entrepreneur and I'm a mom, a work at home mom. So anything entrepreneur, anything health and wellness, anything mama, definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting so much more valuable content and vlog style material on here, but my real motivation and reason for coming on here is just to educate you. I'm a huge researcher. I look into making sure everything I put into my body is safe and hopefully, more than likely, I usually go natural and holistic as possible as I can for remedies and hacks for all sorts of, health, for whatever condition that you may have for your health. So being pregnant, I'm going to be on here more. I'm going to be sharing more tips and tricks and really how to navigate pregnancy with a more holistic, natural way, because the older I get, the more experience I get in certain things, the more I learn how to do things in a healthier, more natural way. So I want to come on here and save some time for people that may be doing their own research, because I've done a ton of it myself, and maybe I can help you just a little bit consolidate some of these things. So today I'm going to come on with 7 natural hacks for surviving first trimester. And I'm really passionate about talking about first trimester right now because I know, some women have it like easy, thank God for them. But I, with my first pregnancy, I did have morning sickness, nausea, fatigue, aversions, sore breasts, all that. But I do not remember it as bad as this time around. So this time around, it was pretty severe. I wasn't necessarily getting sick very often, but I had nausea all day, extreme fatigue. And I just really want to come on and share my experience and share what I've learned and what helped me, because I know that not many people talk about their first trimester, and sometimes it's just super helpful to have somebody to watch somebody and what they're going through and just feel like you're not alone, because honestly it is a very kind of lonely time because you don't have anybody to share the news with. I mean, depending on if you feel like sharing early on in your pregnancy or not, but I know lots of women like to wait till their second trimester. And as of now, I'm about to be 11 weeks, so I'm not fully out of my first trimester. But I feel like it's a really good time to share it because I'm still having a lot of these symptoms. It's fresh in my mind, fresh in my memory, but yet I'm starting to get waves of feeling better. So I'm able to come on here and have enough energy to share this with you. So I don't know why my eyes are watering, guys. Maybe it's me, hormones. I'm just going to chalk it up to hormones like everything else. But I'm just really excited to share my journey on here with you guys, because I know so many people from Facebook and Instagram love following my journey with health and wellness and with being a mom. And so here I can get a little bit deeper and more personal in these vlogs and these educational videos that I'm going to be posting. So, and then for the new people, I'm just really excited to get to know you guys, and get to know everybody better. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to get right into it. So number 1, right when I found out I was pregnant, I'm right now kind of in between trying to figure out if I'm going to stick with the same healthcare provider or if I'm going to switch over to midwives. And that's something that I'm going to be talking about a lot more once I like figure out what I'm going to be doing with all that. I'm talking to my insurance and stuff like right now. But so anyway, I had a call with a midwife that I'm contemplating bringing on, and I was like, I am so sick. And she said, are you eating enough? And I was like, no, I can't bring myself to eat. And so that's what most women, when they have nausea, morning sickness, or all day sickness, in their first trimester, that's the main problem, is you can't eat. So you're nauseous, but then you're nauseous because you don't eat, right? But eating 1 to 2 hours, or every hour if you can, is the best way to ward it off, even before you start feeling sick. So it's really important to get protein in every hour. And that's really hard. I mean, let me just tell you, trying to eat protein every single hour is really hard to do. But it's even better if you add in carbs with it. So pairing a protein and a carb together. So I know that first trimester is a lot of like, just do whatever you can do to survive, right? You're just like in survival mode. So like whatever you can eat is what you should be eating right now, because, obviously you want to eat the best thing for your body and to be healthy for your baby and everything, but just like getting something in your body is the most important thing. So I'm going to share a couple meals and foods and stuff that really helped me get by. So anything bland. Okay. So, first was crackers. That's my first go-to, was just Ritz crackers, saltine crackers. With my first pregnancy, I just did what I knew what to do when I felt nauseous. I just had crackers and ginger ale. Well, come to find out, like, there's some better options than that. So yeah, I started with crackers, and then I started finding more bland foods. So it was a cheese stick. And it's kind of, a lot of this is kind of ironic because I do follow the medical mediums protocol a lot, and I do typically avoid gluten and dairy for the most part, but a lot of what I've been eating during this pregnancy has been gluten and dairy. So it's just kind of like all things have flown out the window. I was never 100% strict on it anyway. It was just something that I did most of the time. But it's like whatever you can get in your body and whatever your body's craving. I'm a huge believer in intuition, intuitive eating. So it's just like whatever your body's craving, your body probably needs. So I've been eating tons of cheese sticks. Cheese sticks, I think, have 8 grams of protein. So you're trying to aim for like 10 grams of protein in every hour. And that's really hard. But if you can just at least get 5, that's good, okay? So a cheese stick, those are super easy. My daughter eats them, so we'll eat cheese sticks together. And that will hold you off for a while. Bagels. They've been my like #1 go-to. And I'll probably see that here soon in my buttocks area and thighs. But it's like the only thing that I can go to for sure, and it will fill me up. I have bagels with either peanut butter on it or cream cheese, and both of those have protein. So, but before I was eating bagels, when I could barely eat anything, I would just have a spoonful of peanut butter. Like literally, the midwife was like, whatever you can get in your body that has protein. So if that looks like a spoonful of peanut butter to you, then do that, or a different kind of butter. Potato, like just a plain baked potato. I never thought that would taste good, or that would have enough protein, or that would be like a good option. But I actually have joined a bunch of pregnancy and holistic natural groups, which, I should add that to my list of things, is something that's helped. And somebody said potatoes, and so I've just had plain baked potatoes with some cheese, maybe some butter, maybe some sour cream. That's like every single time it makes me feel so full, but not too full, because the goal of eating protein every hour is to keep your stomach not empty, but not getting it full either. Like you want to keep it at that happy medium, because you're going to feel sick if you eat too much, and you're going to feel sick if you don't eat at all. So you have to be in that middle. So the potato And come to my surprise, a potato actually has, I think, about 5 grams of protein in itself, which I had no clue. So that's actually really awesome. It has a lot of potassium. Potatoes, it's a huge myth, but potatoes are very nutritious for you. It has lysine. It has a lot of nutrition in it that people don't give it credit for. So, and then it's bland enough to where you can eat it. And then if you add the cheese and sour cream and stuff, that's more protein. So anyway, those have saved my life. And they're like super quick and simple to eat, right? So another thing that I am super grateful for, and I mean, disclaimer, I have been associated with this nutrition company for 4 years because I love their stuff. Like it's super nutritious. So a protein bar, okay? So the protein bars I use are isogenics, and why I like it is because it's a full meal in just a bar, but I don't usually eat a whole one. I'll either share it with my daughter, but it has 19 grams of protein, so I'll break it in half and eat half of it and share it with my daughter. But this one's like chocolate covered peanut butter, and this one's actually dairy free, so it's plant-based. So these are a huge help because it's just quick. I don't have to make anything. It has all the nutrition in it. It has lots of vitamins and minerals in it, and a lot of what your body needs. Another thing that's super helpful, I brought everything with me in the car because I have so many things I want to share with you, are these shakes. So these are meal replacements from the same company, from Isogenics, and I'll link these in my description if you want to try them out yourself. But they've been this is my second pregnancy taking these products, and they've been a huge lifesaver, and through breastfeeding, because it's like 2-second meal. You pour it in 8 ounces of water. They taste amazing by themselves. You add ice, blend it. It takes 2 minutes literally to make a full meal. And sometimes you just can't eat food, you know what I mean? And so so these, and I have strawberry and other flavors that they all taste really yummy. But sometimes like I'm more in the mood for a smoothie, so I'll do strawberry. But these have like a huge long list of vitamins that your body needs, including folate, which is like really important for pregnancy, and some other stuff like iron, iodine, zinc, copper, chromium. I mean, the list goes on and on. This isn't about these right now, so I'm not going to get into it, but these are a lifesaver. These are a lifesaver because they're really quick meals without you having to prepare them, and I can get them down, you know? So, okay, next, that was eat protein every hour. Next is liquids. So, okay. So when I read this, it kind of like blew my mind because I have a hard enough time trying to get liquids down every, as much as I should anyway, right? But as a pregnant woman, I mean, okay, look at me. You right now, I don't know where you are in your pregnancy or if you're just watching, but if you are in your pregnancy, I'm in 10 weeks, almost 11 weeks now. Like, I am literally building a life force in my belly, and I'm building an extra organ. I'm building a placenta, an organ. Like, think about how much energy and nutrients and water that takes, right? So you need to up your liquid game, and that could be a reason why you're nauseous too. So you need 8 ounces of water, and if you're breastfeeding still, you need 8 ounces of water. 8 ounces of water. And that's from the Institute of Medicine, is from that resource. Okay, so what has helped me, well, I literally just got this, but I'm excited about it. Every time I need to get motivated to drink more water, I buy like a super cute water bottle that actually helps me do it. So it just has cute little sayings. I got it in the $5, like the dollar section in Target. It says, okay, you can do it. Just a little bit of water. How you doing? Don't give up. You've got this. Almost there. Just a little bit more. You're a rock star. And just like from these, it's like, it just motivates me to actually drink it, because I don't know. It sounds silly, but it's just so much more exciting than just like a regular bottle of water or glass, right? But another way to help me get my fluids down is adding fruit or like lemon, lime to it. And another product that I'm associated with that has been a huge lifesaver is this Amped. So it's just kind of like Gatorade, but it's way healthier for you. There's not nearly as much sugar in it, and it has a ton of vitamins and minerals in it. So my daughter and I both love these. My favorite's the lemon lime, so that's what's in it here. But my daughter's favorite is blue raspberry. She calls it blue juice. So, and it's like a win-win for on a mama standpoint, because she thinks she's drinking juice, but it's something healthy. But what it has in it, what I like so much about this is it helps me get more water intake in, but it also has folate in it, and it also has vitamin B12, which makes you feel better, and vitamin B6, and I'm going to be talking about vitamin B6 here in a minute. And also, sorry y'all, I had a call come in. Okay, so anyway, where was I? It's lemon flavored, and I'll talk a little bit more about it too, but anything with lemon is going to be super useful. So yeah, that's the reasons why I love this. It has potassium. It has tons of really good stuff in it for you. And it's 100% approved for pregnancy. Like anything I put on here is approved for pregnancy. So I'll link that in the description as well, but it's been a huge lifesaver throughout both of my pregnancies and my breastfeeding journey. So hold on, let me take a sip while, well, I'm talking about it, because now I'm getting parched. Okay, so this is number 3. Speaking of lemon, anything with lemon and ginger is your best friend. Ginger is your best friend. So when I was kind of like naive in my first pregnancy, I drank ginger ale. Come to find out, there's really not that much ginger in ginger ale. Like, it's mostly just like syrupy, and I don't drink soda really anyway. But I mean, what has more ginger in it, if you want a carbonated drink, is ginger beer. I don't really like the taste of ginger beer, so I don't really go that route. But I have tons of other ginger and lemon stuff to share with you that have worked for me, okay? So my friend brought over a kombucha, which was actually pretty good, but I'm not a huge kombucha person. I'm starting to like it, and I'm telling you, the first couple of sips I had were like amazing. I felt really better, but I think you have to up your tolerance to it. So I've only been drinking a couple sips of it. So my friend brought over a lemon ginger kombucha, and that was amazing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you like the #1 lifesaver that I've had in this pregnancy. These I found them in Target in the pharmacy section, and they're not even like labeled for morning sickness or pregnancy or anything. They're called Upspring Stomach Settle, and I'll link these in the comments too. And I have no affiliation with them, but they saved my life. So it helps relieve occasional upset stomach, nausea, gas, motion sickness. So it has 4 natural relief remedies, and 1 has ginger, lemon, mint, and B6, vitamin B6. And I'll talk more about vitamin B6 too. So there's no artificial colors or flavors. It's gluten-free, non-GMO. It's a lifesaver. Every time I feel nauseous and I feel like I have to do something, I just pop one of these in, and I feel better. I feel well enough to like at least get up and do something. Like, I haven't even been able to, like, there's been days where I can't even do the dishes, but like at least I can get up to like be with my daughter or something. And they're these little candies, they're just these little drops, and they're freaking amazing. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna have one right now. So that's my favorite, are the drops. Okay, teas are amazing. My friend made me a little pregnancy package, which I'm super grateful for, and this was in it as well. Lemon ginger tea. Sometimes at night before I go to sleep, I feel like I'm gonna feel sick. So I drink this at night. I feel like it helps me kind of like soothe. I like drinking hot tea at night. So especially since, I mean, we're not drinking anymore or anything if you're pregnant. So not that I really drink a lot anyway, but instead of like a glass of wine, you know, you can switch it out with a hot tea. I mean, you can drink this at any time. It's definitely been helpful. I think she got it at Whole Foods. I'm not sure. Okay, so, oh man, I forgot. I'm gonna have to rewind, okay? So this is a snack she gave me for protein every hour. She's a nutritionist too, so she knows this stuff, and a mom of like 3. So this is awesome because it, you know, it's gluten-free and, you know, dairy-free, and it's protein by fava beans and split peas. So when I was super nauseous in the very beginning and I like literally couldn't take anything down, this was actually really helpful because it was just like a little bit salty, a little bit of snack, and I just like ate a handful of these. I can try to find them and link them too for you guys. Okay, so back to liquids. Or no, back to lemon and ginger. Oh, the shots. Okay. Another thing, she put my care package. She's amazing. Her name's Galen. She has a YouTube channel too. I could tag her. So, Suja. Okay, I've never really been the one to, you know, do these cold pressed juice shots. But I'm telling you right now, this was a lifesaver. I would get like 3 of these at a time, and I would just take like a half of them. And that would just like get me by to, sometimes you're like, you feel too sick to even eat. So if you just take like a half a shot of this beforehand, then you'll feel better enough to eat, okay? So ginger and probiotic. It has apple cider vinegar in it. And I'm not this is kind of controversial, but I'm not the biggest fan of apple cider vinegar. I used to be, then I learned some stuff. That's a whole nother topic, but it's good. It's good. Do whatever you can do to survive first trimester. Okay. So number 4. So that was lemon, ginger, anything with lemon and ginger. I've heard of those pops, those like pregnancy pops. I haven't tried them, but people have had good luck with those. So, okay. So number 4 is B6, vitamin B6. Like a very common, something I've heard a lot that helps with morning sickness from like a regular traditional pharmaceutical side of things is, well, B6 is a vitamin, so that's natural, but then, it's called Unisum, and it's like a sleeping drug. It's to help you sleep, but it also, paired with B6, it helps with nausea. So anyway, I try to stay away from pharmaceuticals as much as possible. Like I don't 100%, but I try to avoid them if I can. So I have not tried the Unisum. Now let me tell you, if I had like a 9-to-5 job I had to go to every day, and I mean, I work for myself and I get paid if I'm working or not because of the business I've set up. So I'm thankfully have a little bit of leeway with how much I've had to work. But if I did have to like get up and be super productive all day, that's probably what I would have done. So, but anyway, the B6 about it is it's, if you just get the vitamin on its own, and you can take 10 to 25 milligrams. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. 10 to 25 milligrams 3 times a day. But don't take more than 100 milligrams a day because that can have temporary nerve damage. I did not buy B6 separately because I had a lot of it in my prenatal, and then I was also taking it through this. This has B6 in it. And then I was also taking it through this. So, you know, the hydrate. So it's just like I found it naturally in other places. So, and it was in my bars and stuff. So I didn't get it, but I have been taking it more because of, you know, the products and the foods I've been eating. So anyway, if you need to do that, do that. Okay. So number 5 is C-bands. Okay. So if you've seen me on my social media or in person, I've been wearing these nonstop. I haven't taken them off. I don't think they're very cute. I don't think they're in style. I would have never worn them. But when I put them on, so they're acupuncture, and how it works is, I wrote it down, so it stimulates the P6 acupuncture point, which is called Neuquan. It's NEI-KUAN. And if you see the inside here, it has this little plastic thing, and it puts pressure right here. And how you do it is you figure out your spot by putting your 3 fingers, and it's like the first digit of your 3 fingers. So sometimes it kind of gets off and I have to reposition it. But so I'm going to tell you my experience with them. Okay, I was having absolute terrible nausea, terrible. And so I went to the store and got these, and I felt immediate relief, like 5 minutes after I put it on, or maybe even like 10 minutes. But it's not like 100% relief. So I would say like 75%, maybe a little bit less, like 60% better because I have these on, but I still feel nauseous. So, I mean, depending on how bad you are, like everybody's different. It might completely help, but with me, it just makes it better. So I've literally not really taken them off. You can shower with them. Like, they just stay on. They do say if you keep them on and your hand starts swelling or something, to take it off. But mine are fine. And I've literally kept them on the whole time. So I have taken them off once, and I noticed the difference of feeling more sick again. So, I mean, you want to put them on ideally before you start feeling sick, but if you put it on after, it will still work. So anyway, it'll work better if you put them on before you start feeling sick. So those have been a huge help. Okay. Number 6 is affirmations and music. I know if you're watching this right now and you're like, I feel so sick, how the heck is affirmations gonna help me? I feel you, because I didn't do them at first either. But I'm a huge believer in your mind is more powerful than your body. And this whole time I've been telling myself, it's like, if I tell myself I'm struggling, I am going to be struggling. But if I tell myself I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling amazing, those are the 3 things I just keep repeating over and over. Then if you say that enough times to yourself, then it will actually start working. So it might just be the difference from like being able to get off the couch to like getting the dishes done, or doing like a small task. But that's literally, or just going to the store, you know. But that's literally like how I've had to, you know, get myself to do productive things, is by telling myself I feel good, I feel great, I feel amazing. Just over and over and over again. If you've noticed, I'm wearing a hat that says blessed. And I actually am wearing this hat right now because the first time I was pregnant with Molly, I was actually in San Diego with my husband. He was working out there, and I remember feeling sick and just like crap. And I saw this hat in a store, and I was like, you know what? You know, this is not happening to me, it's happening for me. It's because I have a growing baby in my body, and I'm blessed. Like, I'm so blessed that this is happening. So just changing your mindset. So I got this hat, and it just reminds me that, you know, this is so beautiful. I'm feeling sick because of a healthy pregnancy that's inside of me, and I'm so grateful that I'm feeling these symptoms, because that reminds me that everything's going according to plan. Everything is good inside me. So even like, you'll notice even like the shirts I wear and stuff are very intentional. So positive mind, positive vibes. So like I purposely dress myself in things that will help me stay positive, that will help me stay grateful, that will help me feel blessed. And I try to tell myself things often that will help me change my mindset on how I feel and get things done, you know? So I'm not saying I was good at getting anything done the past month, but I got a lot more done than I would have with the mindset that I had. So, and I could have definitely done better. I'm not saying that I'm like did an like incredible job by any means, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. But I definitely, it was definitely helpful when I, you know, was very intentional and conscious about the thoughts that I was thinking and the words I was saying and what I was telling myself. So that's number 6. Number 7 is exercise. And I kind of want to laugh when I say this because I like did not exercise. I mean, I did, but before I got pregnant, I was in the gym like almost every day, like at least 5 times a week. On the bike, I was, you know, doing my workouts that I had learned from a personal trainer. I was, you know, basically just kicking butt. But, you know, everything changed when I felt sick. Like I literally just felt like I couldn't get off the couch. So something that a nurse had told me on a call was, and especially having a toddler, which I feel like I have a whole nother video on hacks to deal with pregnancy with a toddler, because that's a whole different story. I mean, let me tell you right there. But she told me to, you know, because you have to keep them active, you have to keep them happy, right? You can't just lay on the couch all day, even though like that's really all I wanted to do and could do some days. So you have to get their energy out. So she mentioned like a Zumba kids show on YouTube. So we did that a little bit just to get our energy up. I tried to do some yoga almost every day. I'd probably say every other day, just to get my body like moving. And when I say yoga, I'm not saying like a full out power yoga session. I'm talking about like a easy flow stretching, doing, you know, doing my hips, hip openers, pigeon, if you know what that is, if you're a yogi, things that are kind of like gonna help stretch out my legs, things like that. Also, it's very hot right now. It's in the middle of summer. I'm in North Carolina at the end of July, so it's just as hot as it gets. So I have not like really been able to get myself out into the heat. It makes me feel even more nauseous. So just waiting till the evening to take a walk. We have a playground in our neighborhood, so bringing her there. Walks have been like pretty much as I can do. So making sure to at least walk like 20 minutes a day is really useful. I mean, it's just, if that's what you can do, that's what you can do. And I even count, like if I have to go to the store, if I have to go to the grocery store or Target or wherever, that counts. You're walking around for 20 minutes at least. So don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace. I have a really hard time because I am such a hustler. I want to build my business and my empire strong and fast. And sometimes different stages of life give you different, times where you have to, like, you're literally forced to slow down. But don't feel like that's a setback, because sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. So like I said earlier, you're literally in this time like creating a life, creating an organ to supply that life. And you have to give yourself grace, and you have to like literally just be in awe of how amazing your body is that it can literally do this. Like, it's just like a miracle. It's a miracle, first of all, that you got pregnant. It's a miracle that you're creating a baby. It's a miracle that you're sustaining life. And you have to give yourself props, and you have to give yourself credit, and you have to not be hard on yourself for what you didn't do or you haven't been doing that you normally do. Like if you have to take it easy, you have to take it easy. And it's just like a month or two in the grand scheme of life, first trimester, right? So anyway, I hope this was helpful to either some new mamas or maybe some second time mamas, or maybe you're just watching because you're following along and you just are wondering what's going on in my life. But I am super grateful for you either way. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely subscribe to the link below. This is a new channel, so I'd love for you to support. I would love and be so grateful for your support. And definitely check out my other social media like Instagram and Facebook, because I share a lot of tips and tricks and stuff there too. So I always try to bring value. I always try to educate you, and I always try to inspire you and uplift and motivate. So thanks so much for being here, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye.